This is going to be our predictions for the top 10 in the Premier League. Okay. So, all right. In first place, I believe it's going to be Liverpool. In second place, it's going to be Manchester City. In third place, it's going to be Manchester United. In fourth place, it's going to be Arsenal. In fifth place, it's going to be Chelsea. Sixth place, it's going to be Tottenham. Seventh place, it's going to be Wolves. In eighth place, it's going to be West Ham United. Ninth place, it's going to be Everton. And then in 10th place, it's going to be Watford. Go!
So I can't do this, Axel. I can't do it next. Okay, my top 10 are Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, Wolves, Everton, West Ham, and Watford.
Alright.
Will you elaborate on why you chose that?
Why, yes, sir. The reason I chose Liverpool to win it was because today Manchester City played Tottenham and they lost points. They drew 2-2, which doesn't really say anything since it's only the beginning of the Premier League. But Liverpool have something to show, especially after winning the Champions League last season. And I can see that they really want to win, not just like the UCL. They also want to win the Premier League title to prove to everybody that they're still at the top level. Of course, they showed it last year when they won the UCL, but they can still prove it even more by winning the Premier League. And then, of course, Manchester City. If it's not Liverpool, then it's going to be Manchester City. But because I think Liverpool's going to win, Manchester City's going to come in second place. And in third place, it's going to be Manchester United because they're the team that really have something to prove, especially after almost losing. After they lost Lukaku, they've lost a lot of people. And they almost lost Pogba to Madrid. But he ended up saying, so far, this transfer window hasn't really ended for Madrid yet. But so far he looks like he's going to stay. And they really have something to prove. But with other new signings, I think they're going to manage third place. And then in fourth place, I said Arsenal, right? Yeah, I said Arsenal. I think. If I didn't say Arsenal, then I'm sorry for my prediction or my elaboration right now. But I believe I said Arsenal. But the reason I believe Arsenal is going to come in fourth place is not just because, they correlate with the number 4, with the meme, but because Aubameyang and Lacazette, they're in preseason they showed that they're one of the best partnerships right now, and they just bought Pepe in the transfer window. And if he proves that, if he plays the way he played over in Ligue 1, then I think Arsenal will actually do decent, and especially after they just bought Dani Ceballos, or got him on loan. And the game that they played today, he delivered 2 assists, and he was the man of the match. So he's also has something to prove. In fifth place, I said Chelsea. Yes. And it's pretty evident that they're gonna not finish that good, especially after losing Hazard to Madrid. They got Christian Pulisic, but he did really well in Dortmund. However, I don't. I said he was gonna be a flop because he already proved himself in Europe, especially after he played in Borussia. But the Premier League's a completely different league than what the Bundesliga is. So he has a lot to show in Chelsea right now. And if you look at their squad, they don't have a top striker. They only have Giroud and I believe Abraham. And Giroud's not really at his top anymore. I believe he's 32, no? Yeah, he's like 32.
31, 32.
Yeah. And then Abraham, he's really young, and he showed that he doesn't really have the experience yet after he missed the penalty against, what was it? Liverpool, yeah. He missed the penalty against Liverpool. So, I'm not saying that he's not good. I just don't think he has enough experience to be at the starting lineup with Chelsea. So, I think they're going to finish in 5th place. And then 6th place, I think it's going to be Tottenham. Tottenham, that's the one that's debatable because they could finish higher if they play well. If Harry Kane is in form, and with Lucas Moura, he should be in the starting lineup. But the game he plays today, he came in as a sub, but he showed his talent by scoring against Manchester City to tie it up. So if they're in form, then they can finish in the probably top 4, in 4th place maybe. But they're not a consistent team, so they might finish in 6th place. All right,
let me fix my hair. Get that fucking hair out of here. Oh.
All right, so in 7th place, it's going to be Wolves. The reason Wolves are going to be in 7th place is because last season they had a fantastic season. They're gonna produce a lot of. They're a creative team, to be honest. With Raul Jimenez at the top, he proved himself last season, which is the reason why Wolves bought him on a permanent transfer this season. They have Jota. Is that how you say his name? Jota?
I'm pretty sure.
Is it Jota or Jota? Jota? However you say his name. Or not? No disrespect, but you know what I mean. They have him, and he's really talented, and he's really good on the wings and everything. They also have Moutinho, and Moutinho, you know, not just from FIFA, you know, like he's OP in FIFA, but in real life, not in real life, you know, but in the Premier League, he's one of the better known midfielders in my opinion, and he can really create good assists. And back in the defense, they have Willy Bolly, and he's, in my opinion, probably top 10 in the defenders in the Premier League. So they have a pretty solid team, and showing from what they showed in preseason, they have the capability of finishing top 7. Maybe they can finish higher if they do really, really good, but who knows? They also have a good goalkeeper in Patricio. Is that how you say his name?
Patricio.
Rui Patricio. Yeah, so that's basically it for Wolves. Alright, in 8th place is going to be West Ham United. West Ham United, you know, they're very, so far in the previous seasons, they haven't really been the best, but, you know, they have the best player in the world, you know, Chicharito. He's literally the GOAT, so he can bring them to 1st place technically, you know, but that's biased. So on bias, I'm gonna say 8th place. That's basically it for that. They bought Pablo Fornals, and if he had a good preseason also, and if he is at his top level, I think he can do some stuff, you know, good stuff with West Ham. But they're also a very inconsistent team, especially with the players they have. But, you know, I'm not talking about Chicharito. He's always at his top level because he's the GOAT. All right, yeah. In 9th place, I said Everton. The reason I said Everton was because, you know, they haven't really been a top team in a long time. No disrespect to you Everton fans. I just had to say it. But they did buy some good players, you know. They got Moise Kean from Piemonte. Juventus. From Juventus. All right. Everton also have Andre Gomez, who had a fantastic season last season, which is the reason why he's still at Everton. You know, he proved himself, which is why they wanted to keep him. They also have Richarlison, and he didn't have. He can be good, you know. Digne, Lucas Digne, or
Digne.
Digne, is it Digne?
Digne.
Digne. He basically was their best player last season, and if he's at his top with the other players at their top form, they could reach probably 9th place. That's the highest I think they can go. Maybe 8th place, taking over West Ham, but I don't know. And then in 10th place is gonna be Watford. They're gonna finish in 10th place because of Deulofeu, basically their best player they have. Psych. Scratch that. It's gonna be Leicester City. Yeah. They're just gonna basically finish in 10th place. That's all I really can say about them. Jamie Vardy, might create a party.